Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic, welcome back to my channel. So today I am sharing a journal flip through of a junk journal that I've recently completed. I'm very excited about this one. I shared on Instagram, maybe a month and a half ago, that I found this awesome fabric and I knew that it had to be a journal. It's actually an old placemat and I found 4 of them in perfect condition. I really think they were just put in the attic and never used because they are just flawless and I love them. I'm definitely going to be making one for myself with this material. I love it. I love it so much, and the others will become journals as well sometime in the future. So I'm very excited about this. I wanted to share it with you. Also, this journal is going up in my Etsy shop for anyone who's interested. So this journal measures about 6.5 inches wide with the curved spine poking out, and it is about 8 3/4 tall. So it's a really good sized book. Again, it has a curved spine, hidden signatures that are sewn in, and it's nature themed. Obviously, it had to be with this really pretty material, right? So there is a lace closure here inside the book. There are 6 signatures in this journal and I think 120 pages. I will recheck that and put that in the description box down below, as well as the description would be in Etsy. So throughout this book I used a lot of Tim Holtz and some laces and stamping. So I'm just going to flip through the journal. Here on the cover there's a lot of stitching as well. This is a vintage library pocket that I received from a church sale. Little bit of ephemera clipped in. Some of it is attached to the book. Here on the front of this paper I just added some inked up coffee dyed paper. Here's a little leaf charm here on this burlap piece. Another stitched on piece of tea stain paper. This is an image from the old design shop that's been added to the page. This is a tag that I made out of, again, an old cross stitch that I found. Somebody did this by hand and I absolutely love reusing them and giving them new life. So very excited about this tag. I stitched and added some coffee stained paper. There's also a piece of chipboard in there to make writing easier, and then just some vintage rickrack and a button there, and some vintage trim that my friend Rhonda sent me. I love it, and I love the way that it matches this book. So then here is another book page from that flower plant manual that I have. I love that book and I love using it. Here's a little glassine bag. My friend Crystal from Happy to Plan added her glassine bag this way into her journal, and I really liked that. So thank you, Crystal, for that idea. And I just added a tag here. Some ledger paper. Here's a little collage. So there's a paper doily here in the back, a little bit of lace, a vintage book page that I cut a frame out of, and some ephemera. That's pretty. So then here's a couple tuck spots made out of vintage music, and I've added some vintage note papers. This is a note card that my friend Tammy sent me, and that yellowing is pure natural yellowing. I love it. The wrapper was still around these index cards, so that's what's left over from time, and I love that. An old flash card there, some stamping and stitching, ledger paper, the other side of that glassine bag with that tag. Another old design shop image. This here is a pocket. I've left this side open, although I wouldn't take things in and out of it because it is just tea stained paper, but it would be an awesome spot to stick something that you want to hide away and you don't necessarily want anyone to take out and read. So that's a little secret pocket there. Another piece of writing paper added here, some trims. Here's a little bird charm on a garment pin. There's a pocket in here along with some more vintage paper from Tammy. And this little paper came out of this vest pocket crossword puzzle dictionary. It's super old and I just love it. It doesn't have a date in it or anything, but just a fun little piece of ephemera. So here's another old design shop image, and I'll leave a link for them down below for anyone who might be interested. Just a little ephemera tuck spot, and I gessoed this book page for some extra journaling. This is a Woody Seed Manual book, Woody Plant Seed Manual, and I just made a couple pockets here, and I've added some tags, some graph paper, some Edith Holden tuck pockets that I made, an old bridge scorecard. Here's another little collage I did with some lace and another one of those frames made out of some old music paper. A little bit of stamping on this page. The other side of that seed manual book page with a couple more tags. Another old design shop image, an old Rolodex card here in this pocket. Some more writing space. Another one of those secret pockets. This is a vintage coaster out of those old paper placemats and coasters that you could get for parties. My friend actually found me those, so I made a little tuck spot out of that. Just some ephemera there. Okay, this is a fun calendar page from 1967, and the lady went through and was keeping track of the weather. So I really love that. I left that as is. I didn't want to do anything to that paper. Some more book page, another music tuck spot, one of my imprinted leaf papers, another tuck spot here. Here's the other side of that old calendar. Here's another little collage that I did. The back of this signature with just another little added piece of paper for journaling. Here's another little leaf charm on a garment pin. Extra journaling space. This is an old children's book on how trees grow, so I just stitched that on there with some extra writing space. Another Edith Holden page pocket, and another little collage here at the bottom. Another old design shop image, a little paper card, and this is some Tim Holtz ephemera. And actually this reminded me that I wanted to stick a couple of these old cigarette cards in here that I've recently had in my May journal collection. So those are authentic. Some more stamping. Another gessoed book page here. Just a time card. More Tim Holtz ephemera, but I'll just put this cigarette card on there too. Another tuck spot. More writing space here. Then here I just added another little charm on a garment pin. This was an old crop manual. Literally, it was from 1927, and it was like another little pocket notebook where they could keep track of things going on in their crop and planting, I guess. Our book pages. This is just an envelope that I made out of some old music, and I gessoed the inside for extra writing. And I just stuck some ephemera in here. For whoever gets this book, they can add it where they want. So here out of this book page, I just made a little tuck spot and then a little pocket with a little tag here. And then there's a pocket over here. Vintage ledger. Here I just added an envelope and made this a tuck spot as well. The other side of that book page, that is stitched the same, so there's a little tag here. And then here's some more of that children's book about trees stitched on. Another charm with a little leaf. This is another pocket here. So here's a little tuck spot I made out of a bag with a tag, and another one of those cross-stitched bird tags. Another Edith Holden page. More old design shop images. Another tuck spot. Another little collage. And a little bit of stamping. Another envelope. This one is an envelope. And then I just did a little bit of collaging here on the front, and this is actually a tuck spot. You could stick something in. A little bit of sari ribbon there. And then some more leaf imprinting on that paper. And then another pocket back here. And this will come with a little bag of goodies too that you could use in your journal. A little feather charm here, some more paper, and that is the end of this book. I also used to stitch in the binding some of this old feed sack that I had. I love that. I'm almost out of that material, but this was an old feed sack. So I love the fact that it was used and battered, and I just think it makes such pretty fabric inside of these journals. So that's what that is there. And that is it, you guys. That's it for this journal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Again, this will be in my Etsy shop, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.